Oh, well, you've been able to hear me that whole time. Oops. My mic volume was off. Well, massive failure. Hi. Welcome to Gran Turismo 4, and welcome to the stream. How you guys doing? I, on one hand, am pretty exhausted, not gonna lie. So, I'm sure all y'all know by now that I recently got a new job, and it is a physically and mentally tasking job. So, I'm definitely like a little sore, but so the crazy thing is that they had me scheduled. So I had 2 training days, which is just like classroom training, boring as hell. And then they scheduled me for 5 straight days after that, and I said, hell no. So I requested to have today off instead of Thursday, so here we are. Which means, now we are going to do a little bit of Gran Turismo 4 action. And I was going to do a little bit of the Let's Play today as well, but then I remembered I do the Let's Play differently in that I don't have anything else on the screen. I don't have chat on the screen. I don't have my face cam on the stream. And I don't have that layout in OBS anymore. So I'm just going to have to record that some other time or do it off stream. So, yeah. So this is probably going to be my only chance to stream until I think I'm off either Saturday or Sunday. I'm not certain on that just yet. But we'll just see. Once we get into a race and everything, then we'll go over like the details of like how my schedule is going to work and stuff like that. But I don't even remember where we left off. I think we were doing driving missions or something. We were getting through the... You can hurry up now. We were getting through the 3-lap battles. And we have 4 more to go, which includes a longer one. So that should probably take like maybe 30 minutes or so. We already did slipstream battles. We can do probably these 4 1-lap magics because they're shorter. And we'll do the rest of these some other time, I guess. Not sure if we're going to tackle the super license today, because that takes a while as well. I'd rather wait until like I have probably like maybe 2 days off in a row, so one day we'll tackle super license and then next day we'll just grind out events. And I also recently updated to Spec 2 1.6.1 because there was a bug with 1.6, so it was patched to 1.6.1. And there are a few new sounds, so before we even jump into that, I kind of want to see what these new cars, or what these new sounds are. So they were updated for the R92CP and R89C, the Honda Preludes, and the Suzuki Escudo, so we'll check all those out. We'll just start off with the Escudo real quick. We're not doing like a full-on race or anything. I just want to check out these sounds just before we jump into it, so. Oh, wow. I forgot to turn off the assist, but it's whatever. Okay, this thing is insanely fast. I mean, well, it's the Escudo, of course it's fast, but I mean, like, it has a lot more grip now. I know Admeister adjusted the grip values in a previous update, which like he increased the grip, but I didn't know like by how much or anything. And that was on hards. It felt like it had a ton of downforce. So we'll see how this thing is now. Still a little loose on the brakes, but what in the world? Okay, so everybody overhypes the Escudo in this game, usually because it has like 0 downforce, which is odd because of like the way it looks. But it really had like a hard time like steering on tarmac, but now it actually feels like it can compete wheel to wheel with Group C's potentially, or maybe even like be way faster than them. Okay, yeah, that is definitely way more grippy now. So let's try it from the start, or from a stand. Oh yeah, that hook's way better than it did before. And it sounds really good too. Like, I really like the sound. Before, I think he just used like the Gran Turismo 3 sound as like a placeholder until he could find a better one. I was assuming it was going to be the Gran Turismo 7 sound. It sounds very similar to it. It might actually be the GT7 sound, but it just sounds different because of the Gran Turismo 4's like audio engine and stuff like that. With like, there's no reverb or anything like that, so it might actually be the GT7 sound. But let's try the R92 CP now, wherever it is. I just went past it, derp. Let's see here how this sounds. A lot of people didn't like these, the R92 and R89 sounds before. But okay, that's just TCS being weird. It definitely sounds more peppy. Now, keep in mind that GT7 sound isn't like very accurate for these cars, and GT4's original sound was like nowhere near accurate for it. So, Admeister is like aiming to have more accurate sounding cars rather than cars that just sound good for whatever. But I think this one's an improvement as well. It doesn't sound like a... I don't even know how you would explain it, but... yeah. That's the R92 CP. I would say that one is an improvement from before. I will say that I still like the original GT4 sound more, but it's not an accurate sound for the car, so... obviously, it should be changed for that reason. But let's check out the last one, which is the Prelude. I think there were more new sounds, or actually no, they were just improved. I remember when I was driving the RX-7, there was a bad looping in it. So I'm pretty sure like most of the improved sounds are just like fixing the looping that you can hear whenever the RPMs like increase. I'm not exactly sure how like the sounds work in this game, but yeah. Now this does not sound like a sound I would imagine coming from a Honda. That sentence made no sense, but yeah. If you can't tell, my brain is fried right now. I've spent like the last 3 days like busting my ass at work, and now I'm pretty sore, mentally drained, physically drained, and this is a much needed day off, so I'm just like simply in the recovery process right now. But it's all like, as far as like the job stuff, it's all just a matter of getting used to it. I think by tomorrow I'll be fine, and hopefully from there on I'll be fine too. And yeah, so let's hop into the next 3-lap battle. Oh, wrong thing. So then I can finally begin my ramblings as to like what's going on with my schedule, my work, and what's going to happen over these next couple months. So, uno momento. Now, as far as my schedule goes, right now I'm on 5 days a week, but if I have the ability to, then I am going to try to work 6 days a week because I want that sweet overtime. The pay is very good, so the overtime is worth it, but at the same time, like, okay, I need to learn how to drive this thing. But at the same time, like, I don't want to wear myself out too much, and if I work 6 days a week, that leaves me with 1 day off, obviously. So that's only 1 day to, like, have the energy to stream, to make a video, stuff like that. And plus, like, any other shit I need to do around the house. Because from the time I leave the house to the time I come back is, like, a little, like, around 11 hours. So that leaves me with only, like, a few hours to prepare for work, and then chill and relax whenever I come home for work. So very little free time. But I don't plan to stick with this job forever. Ideally, I would like to move on to something else that's more suited for a long term after the Amsterdam trip in December, which I am most likely going by this point because of this job. It pays well enough, and I can work enough hours to make that trip happen now. So by the time I get back from Amsterdam, actually, maybe after the holidays as well, I might still, like, stick around there just to make a little bit more. But I'm going to try to stick with it for at least a couple months. And then once that's done, I'll get something with less hours or something that's closer, so I can have, like, a nice balance between YouTube and, like, a real job. Because I still want to work on this, but I don't want to burn myself out, so I definitely don't want to do it 24/7. Also, I probably just, like, screwed myself by messing up right there. I should have passed that 350 a while ago. But, oh yeah, I never even said this. I am doing deliveries. I won't say what, or for what company, but I basically deliver packages to places. And, it was really nice being on my, yesterday, which was my second day on my own. They sent me in a white windowless van to deliver to an elementary school. So that was, yeah. That happened. But other than that, I mean, it's not, I wouldn't say it's, like, the hardest thing I've ever done. I've had far worse jobs than that before. But it is, like, physically tiring. The system that they use sucks balls. And that's basically the route that I get. It'll have me go to, like, this one place, or, like, to this one business that's open. There will be another business that I have to deliver to, like, maybe half a mile away, but I don't go there. Instead, it sends me all the way back to a place I already went to on my way there to basically fuck off and deliver other packages. And by the time I get back around to that other place I could have done for my third stop, the business is closed. And it did that, like, several times, and I had, like, maybe 6 packages that I couldn't drop off because the businesses were closed. So the system is very inefficient, it's very stupid, and it does get a little frustrating at times. But, I mean, technically, if they're wasting my time out there, then they're actually losing money because I'm getting paid hourly to make these deliveries and not, like, commission or, like, per package or whatever. So in that extent, it doesn't really bother me that much, but it does bother me whenever it comes down to the fact, like, if somebody makes a complaint that I couldn't deliver a package during business hours, it wasn't even my fault in the first place, because a route made me do some stupid shit. So, yeah. And, I'm honestly, like, kind of shocked by how much they are paying to do this job. A lot of people have said that this job is absolutely trash, and they, like, quit on, like, the first few days. But I think they just had, like... They probably just didn't have, like, good circumstances. Because it's not like I'm delivering to bad areas or anything. I'm actually delivering to, like, pretty nice neighborhoods. So, that is a big plus to it. I have delivered to a couple apartments so far, and that is not fun. Horribly inefficient by making us go door to door at those places. And, some of the package aren't really that heavy. I think they're like a maximum of 50 pounds, which I can handle just fine. But it's the volume of packages that kind of gets to me sometimes, because I have to go back and forth to the van like 6 different times, carrying it by hand, because we don't have dollies or anything. But usually a shift will last me like 8 to 10 hours. And then factoring the commute, that's like another little over an hour just for that. So it's about 11 hours per day total from when I leave the house to when I get back. But I'm thinking, like, it's also weird, like, the timing during the day, because I only have either a window at the beginning of the day to do stuff, or a small window, like, in the very late evening to do stuff. So I can either do, like, a short stream, like, around maybe 10 o'clock my time, or 10 p.m. my time until, like, midnight or something, which everybody in Europe is asleep by that point, so it'll be, like, late night for America only, I guess. And if I stream in the morning, then I'm gonna have to wake up real early, do a stream for a couple hours, and most people in the US won't be up for that time. They'll also be getting ready for work and stuff. So I can't really, like, this is like the optimal time for me to stream, like, right now. It's the afternoon here, and it's like evening in Europe, so it kind of works out that way. Oh, I could have just listened to this car sound in this mission, but I guess I didn't think about it. So, yeah, it's just kind of inconvenient whenever it comes to that. But I can also just, like, use those couple hours on my work days to make regular videos. If I had the energy to do it, that is. Because every video involves, like, prep work, it involves editing after the fact, and it really just adds up the amount of time it takes. From Thailand, nice. Oh, I forgot, this isn't a 6-speed derp. But yeah, especially, like, I'm doing deliveries at, like, peak delivery season now. Like, November is just around the corner. So it's gonna get pretty hectic. And they're still hiring, like, a ton of drivers where I am, so I wouldn't really say there's a whole lot of job security in that aspect, because once the holidays are over, then they're probably not going to need as many drivers, and they're going to let go of whoever. So my best bet is to just grind there as hard as I can for the amount of time that I have, and then just cash out, get what I can get, and then move on to something different. It would be nice if, like, the channel kept growing a little bit. Especially, like, now that Spec 2 is out, the channel has had quite a lot of momentum the past month, which I really do appreciate, and it's actually helped out a ton. Even, like, before I landed this job, like, I've been financially struggling for a while, but it kind of, like, because of how many hours and how many days I'm going to be working like for these next couple months right after Spec 2 comes out. And we also, like, the holidays are good for YouTube too, because like ad revenue rates go up and stuff like that too. But it just takes away time from this, which it's like a trade-off, I guess. More time at the work, or more time at the job, or more time making content. Also, I screwed this up really bad. But I'll figure out a way to make them both work eventually. Oh, stay on the road. So I think that's all I really need to say about that. Also, one other thing, I won't get too into detail about it, but my outdoors season is approaching, starting in November, so probably a lot of my days off work I'm going to be spending doing that stuff instead. So that's even less time, now that I think about it. But technically, I mean, our work weeks are normally 4 days a week, but because this is holiday season, they bumped it up to 5 a week. So there might be some weeks where I have 3 days off instead, so that'll be way more manageable. Because like even like having 2 days off a week is twice as many days off as 1 day a week. Duh. But I don't think a lot of people like take that into account, because if you always work 6 days on 1 day off, you're always gonna be working for 6 days in a row before your day off. Like, it's always gonna be that pattern, unless it like shifts for whatever reason. But with 5 days a week, I can work 3 days, have 1 day off, work 2 days, have one off, or any other similar pattern like that, which is way more manageable. But 3 days off a week, that's like literally my ideal work week. 4 on, 3 off, 10-hour shifts. But I won't get that overtime if I do that, so it is what it is. I should not read chat whenever I'm going through the corners. Bad idea. I hope I didn't just ruin my run doing that. If I let go of the wheel, then it's just gonna pick a direction and go there, essentially. That penalty never happened, by the way. Wink, wink. It's all your fault. Get out of my way. Oh, one thing to mention about this new Spec 2 update, for those of you who haven't looked into it yet. To my surprise, Admeister did in fact patch the exploit to install a turbo in a tune-up at the same time with the paint shop. I'm pretty sure the game audio is too loud. It looks like it's too loud in OBS. Just in case, I'm gonna bump it down just a hair. I can't tell though, but this is 1.6.1 or 1.06.1 I should say, but basically Admeister did fix that exploit, but he does plan to add it as like an actual feature later on. At least for some cars, I imagine. Because technically the NA tune-up, it's just like the separate engine parts that you see in GT7, but it's all together, and you can't use it with the turbo in this game, which it's kind of weird how they did it that way, but what I would like to see, I don't know if it's possible or not, but I really like GT7's approach to tuning, where like if you buy the high lift camshafts and your upper RPM power and range increases, titanium connecting rods is pretty much like an increase all around the power band. I think a stroke up is better in the low range. So different upgrades that do like different things to the power band, essentially. That would be something I would like to see. And plus, like, also being able to throw the turbocharger on top of that. Because technically in GT4, you can throw a turbo on a bone stock engine and you'll still make like an extra 500 horsepower from it, which obviously would not work in real life. Don't hit me. Oops. I did the old switcheroo on me. Easy first try. Yeah, the Viper with that exploit is kind of crazy. Especially with like a, I think it's like only a 70 shot of nitrous on top of it, but it definitely goes. I kind of want to see what the Escudo would be like. I need to, I haven't done any hybrids on Spec 2 or anything like that yet, because with every update, the cheat table changes. So I'm waiting for like a big I guess this one would probably be the best time to do it. But I would like to wait for one update where one update that's going to stick around for a while. Then I'll make like a full cheat table for like hybrids and other goofy stuff that I do every now and then on this game. Oh, I didn't know the Camaro LM could do that too. Yeah, I knew the RX-8 had all three, but I wasn't certain if the 350Z did. This is a very oversteery car for this mission, so probably going to be a little sloppy. Now, we also added a all-wheel drive conversions, essentially, with like the VCD controllers for a few front-wheel drive cars. Unfortunately, the Type R Civic EK was not one of them, because that probably would have been very handy for the... which one was it we were trying to do? I think we were trying to do 4-cylinder shootout. Or, no, it was City Slickers, actually. That race, trying to get 200 points in, is proving to be fairly difficult. And that Type R Civic would be a solid contender for it if it wasn't for the fact that I lose traction on the exit of every corner, on the launch at the start of the race, and basically everywhere else, where an all-wheel drive kit would benefit from it massively. Nope. Oh yeah, I knew the Beetle had the VCD upgrade now, but I didn't know about the it having turbo NA and supercharger. Unfortunately, we can't do that anymore, so, or at least not yet. Alright, I think we just have one more 3-lap battle to go. I forgot which one it was. Oh, wait, it was the, no, it wasn't. I think we did that already. It'd be weird to have Suzuka twice in a row, but for some reason I'm thinking it's actually the Beetle Cup car for the last one. Let's, find out, I guess. Oh, no, it's this one. This is one of the missions that I actually had quite a bit of trouble on. Back in my day, as a dashing young lad. But I don't imagine it'll be too... I don't remember it starting out like this. Is this different than before? I'm pretty sure it's different. Also, Admeister fixed this. I can finally look back in the interior cam now. And I forgot this thing has a stupid stability on, so, well, if I steer too much, then it's just gonna lower my speed even more. Oh wait, never mind, I guess it doesn't have it. Oh, he also patched the Spec C WRX, so that thing's no longer going to be like the most OP thing on the planet. I'm pretty sure that's it right there, but I'm not certain. Get out of my way! Okay, first place is just gone. I really need to, like, focus and get around these AI before it's too late. Okay. Oh, I was hoping I'd be able to squeeze in there, but he actually closed it off earlier than I thought. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. He also buffed the Motorsport release. So, it would be nice if we win that at some point today. I'm still in the grass. Get out of it. I'm gonna need to try, like... I really want to get the City Slickers event done today. There are, like, a few more cars I want to try out. Whether or not they'll work is a different story. I think I tried using the... I almost got brake checked. I think I already tried using the FD that we have. The 95 one. But I don't remember what was wrong with it. It might have been too little points or something like that. I know some of the missions were made easier, but as far as licenses go, I don't think those were touched. Except, like, a few cars, like, getting different colors or something like that. We are much closer to the NSX now than last lap, so as long as we can get around it before the hairpin, we'll be in good shape. If we're not around it by the hairpin, then we're definitely screwed. I will have a chance to dive bomb at least. If you stop tapping your brakes, that'd be nice. Trying to give me a penalty. Alright, just gotta make sure it doesn't get around. Alright, we got this. Easy. But definitely, like, I would say probably the hardest of the 3-lap battles. So, the reason why I even did 3-lap battle in the first place was I thought we were going to get 2 prize cars from it. From like the first 5 and the second 5. I thought that was a change for Spec 2. It wasn't, so now we'll get our prize car for it. And hopefully it's something we actually need. K-car, truck, something. That might be a K-car, actually. Hold up. I actually like how, like, I didn't know he changed this part. I know, like, so at the top you see, like, that little shuffle icon to tell you that it is, like, a randomized prize car. But I didn't know that, like, the car would show up on the screen first before the name popped up now. So I was looking for the name, but I saw the car first. And I was like, oh, wait. Oh. Oh, it can't. I was worried about that. Yeah, it's probably just like a hair too big. Yep. 3,500 science units. It needs to be 3,400 science units or less. Big rip. But I think we can sort by length now. And we do have this. I kind of completely forgot about this car, but let's see what kind of upgrades we can put on it. I don't imagine much. If I can get it to like 50 horsepower, then we might have a fair shot. And surprisingly, it has a turbo upgrade. Hey, that might work. We got plenty of money to play around with, so let's just do it. I'm definitely not making this mistake again, but I wanted to... Oh yeah, that's less anyways. That is not a bargain. 1 horsepower for a... Come on. I know it's just like percentage based, but still. That literally made 0 difference. How much does it make now? 2 horsepower. Woo. What? What was I gonna ask? What drivetrain is this? Is this FR or FF? You can't combine NA and turbo anymore. Admeister patched that, which I wasn't expecting him to, but he does plan on making it like an actual feature later on. And you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and buy these 2, and I'll disable them if I need. I also like it's much faster to buy these parts now. That is way faster. It's RR. Okay, that's actually what I would like out of something like this. So hopefully it's not too spongy, or else it might be a little difficult driving. Oh hey, that's the Why did I just now like recognize that? Come back. Gran Turismo 2 dealership menu picture. Based. I did not know he put that in there. But hell yeah. That picture is probably like the most, well, how should I put this? That picture is probably like the most seen thing that I've ever seen. I don't even know how to say it. I just remember that picture the most from GT2 because I was always at the Mazda dealership doing the one-make races in the RX-7s. So, like, whenever I see that picture, I'm like... flashbacks. Wholesome flashbacks, not Vietnam flashbacks. Now let's check our points. Okay, we need a... Might have gone overboard. But we can... Honestly, this thing weighs light enough. We can just throw the ballast on there. And that might be all we need. Does that update it here? Oh yeah, it does. So we'll go from 560 to 760, which is like a 20% increase or something like that. I can't do quick maths right now. My brain's fried. Okay, that wasn't enough. Let's take the exhaust and the chip off. We're on the comfort tires too, so... And obviously, this stuff doesn't matter, but we will do whatever with it anyways. Now, do we need to put ecos on here? Looks like we do. Which is no big deal. I mean, the car will be able to handle enough as it is. But is the ecos gonna be enough? We might have to run in a stage 2 instead with those other parts. But let's go back and check it. Oh. Now we are at 151. Yeah. The turbo is too much, unfortunately. So we are safe to change to that NA Stage 2. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And we also have like those other power parts to put on if we need to. And we can also like put the better tires on too. And lower the ballast, etc., etc. Any pointers on how I can play? Not really. I mean, GT4 is like very unrestricting in terms of like the way to play it. So just if you want to drive clean, drive clean. If you want to ram the AI into the pits, feel free to do so. Can I recommend any guides for tuning? I can actually do that. I'm gonna put his name in the chat. Just so like y'all don't have to try to figure it out on your own. Oh well, there he is. T Kanji. He has very good tuning guides for GT4, so if anyone, I would recommend him. So also I noticed this yesterday, but Adam the Gamer became a channel member off stream yesterday. So, thank you for that. I honestly kind of forgot that I had channel memberships enabled, so now I should probably look into actually doing stuff with it. I don't think I'm going to do exclusive content or anything like that because I don't want people to feel like they need to pay for content. But I'll figure something out. I don't even remember what my current tiers are or anything like that. I think I only have one. I'll have to go back and look at it at some point whenever I have time, which will probably be today. But yeah. 35 horsepower now. We're still on the ecos, I think, so let's see. Okay, well. Let's take these back off. That should hopefully be good. Not quite. Figures. Put the ballast back. And let's put it towards the front for stability because this is rear engine. What kind of job do I have? I am doing deliveries. I won't say for who or what kind of deliveries or anything like that, but it's physically tasking. But it's just like a matter of getting used to it. I'm not really like the most in shape person in the world right now, so I'm basically using today to like recover from like my initial soreness and hopefully letting my knee recover because it was starting to give me problems too. But yeah, hopefully by tomorrow I'll be good to go and I won't be as exhausted. Do I like it? I mean, well, I don't think there's ever going to be a job that I actually like, but it pays good enough, and that's mostly what matters to me right now. I need to buff this nitrous. It's not doing anything. Ooh. Alright, 100 shot. Okay. Hopefully we can finally do something. Lots of restarts for this one. Ford GT concept from the Sunday Cup. Nice. I got something good from... What did I get the 905 from? Do y'all remember? It wasn't the past missions, was it? Oh, I should probably use a more interesting camera. Also, what is that thing on the top of the screen? That's I think that's a mirror. What is that? I don't know. This is going to be very difficult to win at Seattle. I can already feel it. And yeah, as I feared, this steering is pretty spongy, so might look at a suspension upgrade. The car has a widow's peak. It looks more like an Arrow. This car must be like an airbender or something. It's kind of really hard to press my nitrous button whenever I have the wheel turned, Because, like, I'm trying to, like, get my thumb down there, and it just doesn't really work. Oh, and, we gotta beat the beat. Literally. I don't think we're gonna beat the beat. It's like the top of Ing's forehead, yeah. Oh, we got the run, but not enough. Rip. It's doable, though. At least this one is. We still have to, unless Admeister changed it, we have Tsukuba and Seattle after this. Which is, those... I don't know about that. Don't really know about those two. Just gonna lock in here real quick. Oh, there's another beat. Hello. I should probably, honestly, I should probably just tape down my nitrous button for these races. It will probably last the entire time. It even blips the nitrous whenever you downshift. That's funny. I mean, technically, yeah, you are on the throttle when you downshift, but... Yeah. That's funny. Admeister isn't changing the soundtrack at all for any versions because of potential issues. The music industry is very cutthroat, and he does not want to be messing with like music distribution issues and stuff like that. So if you want to have the PAL soundtrack in your game, or even like your own custom playlist, that's gonna have to be something you do on your own. Or find somebody else who's risky enough to do something like that. And now all of a sudden we're 2 seconds in front of the beat. Whereas last race we almost got around him last second, but not quite. Alright. After this attempt, I feel much better about the next races, but those are going to have long straights. My strength is in the corners, not so much in straight lines with this thing, so we'll just have to see how it goes. 200 points, first race of a event that I didn't even think I could do yet, but here we are. Just quickly get through that. I need to save replays. I keep forgetting about that. Oh yeah, he did change it. There was a Seattle here beforehand, but good thing there isn't now, because that would have been impossible to win. Thanks. I guarantee I'm going to pronounce your name wrong, but Dustin, whatever your name is, thank you for the comment. I appreciate it. I'm like literally the worst person whenever it comes to like saying people's names right in chat. So, yeah. Just thought I'd let y'all know. So, the force feedback dropping is a PCSX2 issue. Like, I've always thought it was like maybe a problem with Fanatec drivers or something like that, but somebody did mention in my comments a few days ago that it's like a safety feature for PCSX2 that cuts your force feedback if something goes wrong. And, people have been reporting it to PCSX2 as like a bug, but the PCSX2 devs really don't give a shit about it right now. They're basically saying not enough people use USB devices in the first place. It's not a priority for them. Which, if I'm going to be honest, it sounds like a very typical response from them. They're very focused on certain things, not so much on others. So unfortunately, I can't expect a fix anytime soon. Even though, like, especially nowadays, now that everybody's playing Spec 2, I'm getting so many comments from people with the same exact problem. So, you would think at some point they would get around to it, especially with like more demand, but I don't know. And it's kind of weird how like I never had that issue with my G29, but the moment I upgraded to the Fanatec, I started having that issue. Until like nowadays where, you know what, I'm actually going to show you exactly what my settings are after this race, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Because what I did, it worked for me, and I mean, like once in a blue moon, my force feedback will cut out for like a split second, but it will come back and it'll work fine for hours and hours and hours after that. So, I'm just going to show you guys exactly the settings that I use, and then you can go from there. It's nothing like crazy though. But once I found something that worked, I have not screwed with it. Also, this race is very easy. I was expecting it to have the most struggle here out of all the races, but I'll take it. I kind of wasn't even paying attention to this race. I just zoned out talking about PCSX2 stuff. Now, Spec 2 doesn't change the force feedback at all. There is one difference between retail GT4 and GT4 Online in general, and that is the throttle and brake controls. The throttle and brake is so much better in GT4 Online, whereas like in vanilla GT4, it wasn't really calibrated that well, and there were like certain intervals of like brake level. So it was like 10%, 20%, 30%, nothing in between. So the travel is definitely better in this version of the game. But yeah. let me bring up those wheel settings real quick. Oh. I almost screwed up my OBS. That would have been bad. Alright. Come on, bring it freaking... Are you serious, Windows? God. I hate Windows so much sometimes. It's insane. Anyway. Let's open controllers. Where are you? There you are. Now, how can I actually show this? Let's add a window capture. Add a window capture. Thank you. All right, let's bring that full screen and put my face over it because my face is more important. Okay, so this is my wheel settings. Is it showing on stream? Yeah, it is. What I have is for my first wheel device. Let me get everything out of the way again. For USB port 1, I have it selected the wheel device, Driving Force Pro Rev 11.02. And everything is mapped normally. So, for those of you who are on different wheels, let me know if y'all have this, but I have two different Fanatec wheel selections right here. SDL0 and SDL1. That might be detecting like the base and the rim separately, but I don't know for sure. But basically, whenever I do my normal mapping, then it does it as the first one. So in this case, SDL0. So everything for port 1 is normal, mapped the way it should be. And for port 2, this is all I have. Steering left, steering right, force feedback. And the force feedback one just basically tells PCSX2 where to send the force feedback. It doesn't matter, like, I can press the X button, I can press the brake button. It doesn't matter which one you set it to. It'll just go to the device in general. And for this one, I have it set to Driving Force Pro, the regular one. But I don't think it'll matter anyways. I'll change it to that and try it out to see if there's any difference. But, I mean, that's literally all I did. And in fact, I'm going to turn off USB port 2 right now. And I'm going to test it. So let me, oh, nope, wrong one. Alright, I think everything should be back. So, I'll turn off port 2 for now, and I'll drive like that, or I'll drive with it that way for a few minutes, and see if mine starts cutting out again, just to, like, prove that it's working. If it actually works, then I'll be totally stumped, and I will have literally no other ideas after that, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, PCSX2 is open source, so anybody can really fix it and throw it into a nightly update, but I am nowhere near that skilled to be able to do anything like that. Okay, my force feedback definitely feels weaker. Unless I... Oh, yep, there goes my force feedback. It's gone. It cut out right there. It's dead again, and it's back. I'll just keep saying, like, whenever it dies. I still feel it a little bit. I think it's because I changed, like, the Driving Force Pro. No, it can't be, because I disabled it. What am I thinking? It hasn't happened again yet. Let me go on the grass. It's extra weird because whenever it does cut out, like, if you touch a curb or go into the grass or anything, it'll immediately come back. If you pause and unpause the game, it'll come back, but sometimes it'll just come back randomly if you stay on the same surface. Let me, oh. I was trying to force my wheel to one direction. Let me change that to Driving Force Pro regular. Oh yeah, it's dead now. It is dead. Fully cooked. I think it's back now. Yeah, now it's back. Going to Rev 11.02. Yeah, this is just some strange behavior. After this race, I'm gonna take like another Group C car at to Le Mans, and we'll go down the straight with it, so like you guys can see like exactly when the force feedback cuts out, because then my wheel will no longer be doing this. Also, this was like the easiest series of all time. Oh, there it goes. It died. It's dead. Now it's back. See, like, the moment I touched the grass, the force feedback came back. So, normally whenever I let go of it, it returns to center-ish. But it was just holding, like, exactly at 90 degrees until I touched the grass and it came back. So, yeah. It's definitely weird. So, let's get our price card real quick. And then we'll... Imagine we actually win, like, an actual K car now. I might end the stream. I have no words. I have 0 words for what just happened. Nada. There's our Japanese K car. Yeah. But hey, I mean, it's cool. I would own one of those. No cap. But yeah, let's hop into the Oh, I forgot we have the tank car too. Let's hop in this real quick. We're not doing a race or anything, we're just going to Le Mans. So I can, so you guys can see this force feedback thing in action. So I haven't changed anything yet. It should still, like, cut out randomly. Oh. That's, that was a weird little spin out. But let's just drive around for a few minutes. Okay, I guess this car is just very oversteery. I've literally, like, never or hardly ever driven this car in this game before, so I kind of don't know how it behaves. Very loose. Alright, but y'all can see the force feedback, like, in action right now. There it goes. And if it cuts out, then my wheel's gonna stop shaking like crazy and you'll be able to notice it. And I'll even let go of it as well. It might not even cut out at all this race. Sometimes it's like that. Yeah, the shifting speed in this thing was fixed because of Spec 2, so it had a very long shift time beforehand, to the point where, like, the car was almost unusable. But to my surprise, this force feedback has managed to stay on down the entire straight. What was our top speed there? I wasn't even paying attention to it. I guess we can consider this practice for the World Championship, because this is going to be the car that we use for that. And considering the grid that we're going to have to get, we should be fairly good on points. Both A-Spec points and, like, championship points. That is understeer. Yes. Alright, well, surprisingly, the force feedback has stayed on this whole time. Crazy, I know. Let's do it in PCSX2 turbo speed, because... Yeah. Oh! That happened. Turbo power! Oh! This would be like an interesting challenge. Can you beat Gran Turismo 4 with 600% frame rate? Or however much is... Oh, it's dead. It died right there. The force feedback actually did cut out. I didn't let go of the wheel in time, though. Ugh. It feels even weirder at the speed. Alright, let's try it again. It's so funny how, like, it goes into the gravel and then it just stops almost instantly. Ew. It's really hard to control. Oh yeah, I think it died right there, like, for a split second. Alright, let's do this again. It's actually shaking less at this speed. Okay, now it's like back, and then it's like, ooh. I guess it's just updating too frequently for it to shake too bad. It might not be cutting out that much because of, like, how much force feedback the game is putting into it. So it's not able to, like, cut out for whatever reason, but it still is cutting out every now and then. So I would just recommend, like, the settings that I showed before, just run those, and maybe that'll work for you. It works for me. Apparently it hasn't worked for everybody. So that's just my advice, I guess. Why does it shake so much? It's just GT4, really. I don't fully understand it myself. But yeah, we need to do some races. What are we doing? Come on. We could also do like those 4 one-lap magics, which I think we're gonna go ahead and do just real quick. They shouldn't take too long. So we'll do these 4. Wait. 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we'll do the first 5. I can't count. But yeah. And we're not going to skip the countdowns or anything like that. We will sit here and endure the pain. Also, we get to drive a few more race cars. This one sounds pretty interesting. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad to help people wherever they have issues. It's just like sometimes, like, some issues that I've seen people talk about, I've never had myself, so it's like literally impossible for me to give advice on how to fix it, or say if it even can be fixed for that matter. And I need to remember there's assists on these events, so I can't really drive everything in my driving style. But it's not like I need to go 100% anyways. One-lap magics are relatively easy, difficulty-wise. They're just tedious. Except for whenever the AI are in an awkward spot and you gotta do that to survive. Yeah, I don't really play on controller anyway, so that's not really something I would find useful, but for other people, there you go. Well, yeah, I mean, if you have like a tuning software for your wheel, then you could definitely mess with those settings. I actually have some Fanatec settings that I'm using right now, I believe, unless, yeah, they are turned on right now. And it's made GT4 feel not a whole lot better, but at least a little bit better. And I think like my wheel oscillation issue isn't nearly as bad as it can be. Oh, I forgot this is one of the longer ones. Did he change this sound? I know it's different from the original, of course, but I could have sworn it sounded different a few updates ago. Good old one-lap magics, just gotta sit back and relax for 90 seconds. Unfortunately, the HD texture pack is you can really see like those boxes around the numbers for the countdown timer. Not 100% transparent. You could even see like some uneven edges around the text, but it's whatever. It's technically just PNGs, really, which is surprising, but I guess using PNGs for text is more efficient than actual text for a PS2 game, but I don't know. I don't know, man. I just play the game. I don't know, bro. I just work here. Oh yeah, I forgot. We're in a race thing. Durr. Oh, wow. You can't see anything out of this. Alright, we don't have to go all out. Just get to the finish line, and we should be good. This thing feels like it has a lot more rotation off throttle than I remember. I remember it being like a hair understeery, actually. Except for that one super license test at Tokyo, where in the back chicane, the car can just like kill itself for no reason. It just loses all of its grip. Y'all know what's funny? When, before GT7 came out, I was trash at this track. But basically what made me good at this track was I did a lot of practice for, I think it was a Nations Cup Exhibition Series race here. And the other time it was for a daily race C with the Sylvias, and I was running laps day after day after day, trying to get either world record or top 10 on the time trial leaderboard. I think I ended up at like 13th or something by the end of it. But after those two things, I basically became like infinitely better at Suzuka on this game. The tracks is like, they're so similar between GT7 and GT4, like, it correlates directly. That's how good they did at scanning these tracks in 2004. Technically earlier than that, because, of course, GT4 only came out in 2004. The development for it was the years prior. Also, new 787B sound. I was expecting him to use the GT7 sound for it instead, but... Or maybe the GT Sport sound. That one's more accessible, but... Still sounds pretty good. I think it's better than the one before. And that 3-rotor FD, so good. Yeah, it kind of does sound like a Mosquito a little bit. It's so nice to finally have like a good sounding 3-rotor. Because before they just used like the typical 4-cylinder race car exhaust sounds for them. Three-rotor sounds are just very underrated. Well, I am never good at that corner, by the way. I always suck at it. And I drive Laguna Seca quite often. Both on this game and GT7. Okay, this is gonna be awkward. This is gonna be awkward. I probably should have passed them way sooner. This one too, I'm not really good at that corner either. Okay, this one was like... Is that even a challenge? 4 seconds ahead? I remember, like, back in my day, every single one that magic mission that I actually ended up beating eventually was always by, like, a very small margin. I don't know if it's the wheel or just, like, better skills these days or what, but what was nearly impossible for me almost 2 decades ago is now, like, I need a better challenge. I would like to see somebody make a mod that adds, like, an extra 60 driving missions, so there would be 100 in total. I know, I've made a couple custom One Lap Magics, but GT Rufus has made not only a few dozen One Lap Magics, but he's also done, like, a bunch of 3-lap battles. And even he made a unique one where you actually start out in first place and you have to stop everybody else from overtaking you before the race ends. It, like, drops you, like, towards the end of, like, an endurance race or something like that, with the car approaching and you're on dead tires. That would be something that would be very interesting. I love this car so much. I used to have a 7th gen Celica, for those of you who don't know, until I blew up the engine a month after owning it. And then about 6 months after that, rear-ending a convertible Toyota, not Toyota, what? A convertible PT Cruiser. So, that happened. I kind of miss it. But at the same time, it was a hoopty. And I prefer my FRS way more. Also, I don't like this track. Fuji, or the new Fuji, rather, is very anti-good, anti-fun. Yeah, the PT deserved it. Like, I want to know... Like, this wasn't a single person who made up this decision. This was a team of people who looked at this final section of Fuji and thought, you know what, that would be a good track to build. To fund, to build, to race on. A group of people decided that. Also, that is way too soon. How many seconds is that? 7.5 seconds. I need a better challenge than this. I mean, it's not that I'm good. It's just that these are easy. Way too easy. It's just like a time trial, really. But you have to wait. Do mission 34 now? I might actually try to do that. Not gonna lie. We might just go straight into it once these other ones are done. We should get a prize car after this one. Ooh, it's C5R time. Yeah. This thing sounds like a monster. It would be nice to win one of these for, like, the American Championship. Or even like the... If we get the Esperante, I might try to use that in the GT World Championship. It'd be very, very, very difficult to win. But I would totally use it. So good. Oh, understeer. This might actually be on like super hards or something. Not as much grip as I was expecting. But then again, I mean, American car, it doesn't turn. Look at that, right turn. Look at this, another right turn. Oh, the joke's not funny. I'm sorry. Very good on the brakes, though. Excuse me. Sorry, cone. Not sorry. I guess I gotta finish off the rest of them next lap. Oh wait, there's no next lap. This is the only lap. Derp. What am I thinking? Some of these overtakes are very awkward because, like, a lot of people, whenever they think, or whenever they try to make a custom one-lap magic, they try to have every single car finish at the exact same time, but one of the big factors for these one-lap magics were awkward overtake spots, like you saw with that C2. So that's actually what the timing is based on, and not every car crossing the line at the same time. So, I think we're getting a prize car here. Yep, we are. What's it gonna be? Eh? Cool car. W car. But unfortunately, I don't think we could use it for anything. We've already done the 4-wheel drive challenge. But let's swiftly move on to the next set. These honestly shouldn't really take that long. Now this one, that magic in particular, back in my day, was probably the second hardest. Not gonna lie. Wow, this thing sounds peppy. I don't think I've tried this car in Spec 2 yet. But yeah. We'll see how easy it is nowadays. I would fast forward, but that's cheating in my run, so I'm not doing it. No fast forwarding for races or anything like that. Just loading screens and menu navigation. You must suffer with me. Also, I'm surprised the Spec C is starting in front of the 22B. Because it is supposed to be way faster. I think I'm going to put the digital HUD back on because I kind of want to drive in chase cam. We've been using the hood cam for quite a while now. Awkward. Awkward. That's the actual challenge of One Night Magics, the overtakes. Here's another awkward one. Surprisingly, no penalty. I'll take it. Get that slipstream. Oh, 37 hundredths. Okay, well, I guess this one is still, like, somewhat difficult. I could see that. That was probably like my closest finish ever for this mission, not gonna lie. I was a little sloppy there at the start, but it's expected. Like whenever you jump into the car, like on your very first attempt, you don't know how to drive it. So, and yes, I need to say, I'm gonna save almost every single replay because I have forgotten so many by this point, and I need the more replays I have, the better. This one I don't remember being too hard. This was actually like probably the easiest one that I remember. And I forgot to change the HUD. Oops. It's a good thing the motorsport at least isn't in here, because that one got a substantial grip buff. Which I'm actually curious like how the AI would handle that. Late Apex-ish, not really. Okay, that is a long fifth gear. Okay. This thing understeers a lot more than you would expect it to for being MR. But obviously, like, the assists don't help in that regard. Alright, these AI are going to be weird through here, so I'll just stick to the outside. And yeah. Not as easy as I remember, still only half a second, but we'll take it. Gimme, gimme, gimme. We'll just zip right through these. Now, this car around this track with the assist on, completely different story. This one might actually be a couple attempts. Right now, I'm pretty sure like we have a first attempt streak going on right now. So let's see if we can keep it up. Listen to that supercharger whine. I closed it off. I would have liked to be in front of that RS 200 before that corner. I have no idea where my brake zone is, but I guess I nailed it anyways. Get around quickly. Oh, don't. Okay. We're safe. Understeer. Okay, yeah, we got this. Plenty of time. I take back what I said. The car just picked the direction to fly and did it. Okay, well, we're safe anyways. I thought the run was over. I was this close to restarting, but we're keeping the streak alive. Okay. That was a close one. Bam. Oh, definitely going to save that replay. That would be a fun little clip for the main show later. Quick recap. Have we had to restart once? I don't think we have. Yeah, we're still on like a first try streak. Can we do every single one that magic on the first try? Find out after the bathroom break. I'll be right back here in like 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Let me go ahead and enter this one so you don't have to stare at nothing. BRB. I'm back. Can we go 8 for 8? Or wait, no, this will be 9 for 9. This is probably like one of the hardest cars to drive out of this whole batch, so let's see if I can do it first try. Also, for the CN, the shift times beforehand were really bad, like the 905, but those have been improved now. So this mission should be way easier. Well, not way easier, but easier. Good launch. Oh yeah, it definitely shifts way better now. Just don't die. Please get in front before this corner. Thank you. Sounds pretty good too. It's kind of crazy how, like, in the retail version of the game, you win this car by doing C to DR easy, which is like one of the easiest special condition events to do, or like probably wouldn't be the easiest unless you don't care about points, but literally in less than 10 minutes you can get one of the fastest supercars of the game, but unfortunately it doesn't count as a production car, so you can't really use it anywhere important. Yeah, way too easy. Now, Mission 34 is going to be significantly easier because the SLR now has a transmission that acts like an automatic instead of a manual. So there's zero shift delay. Which on a track like the Nürburgring, it adds up very quickly. So, as long as they don't crash or do anything stupid, Mission 34 should be a breeze. It's very lenient, like, naturally anyways, but now it'll be even easier. So, we are 9 for 9. Can we go 10 for 10 first try? Mission 34. SLR McLaren at the Nürburgring. Let's do this. 2-minute wait. Same countdown as before. Just a better car. I normally don't do any assists. It's just the missions have them on by default. Gonna be here for a while. So, Nyong. Nyong. I don't know what to talk about. How's the new job? Physically and mentally draining. But it pays good, so that's all I care about. If it didn't pay as good as it did, I probably wouldn't stay there for too long. I don't care about making friends. I don't care about excelling in performance to climb the corporate ladder. I'm just there to make a buck or two and get out. Move into something else. I'm not save stating anything. We're doing this raw. Or as the Sigma Alphas call it, raw dogging. I really just said Sigma Alphas, unironically. Oh, the brain rot is getting to me. No save stating, no PCSX2 frame limiting, none of that. So, let's almost get right into it. Let's go. No shift delay in this thing anymore, so this thing is going to be way faster around the ring with how many times you have to shift. So I am just focused on keeping it on the track and not doing anything dumb. In my Let's Play series, this probably took about 20 attempts because I could not get used to the car. But now, after playing GT4 for a few years on the wheel, it's much easier for me to get used to stuff. But that doesn't mean I'm perfect with everything on the first attempt. I'm not even going to take any risk with this RNG-ass jump and suspension physics, so we'll just preemptively slow down for the big ones. Okay, that was a bad one. It's so easy to go off track there. Foxhole is also another bad spot. No risks. I'm just going to lock in for this one. I'm not going to look at chat too often because sometimes that is a very bad idea. Especially in the corners. This is another very bad spot. There's a really bad bounce right here. Right here. Managed to do pretty decent. The next bad spot is coming up, though, after a couple more corners. That was very good right there. Almost perfect. Alright, this is a very bad bounce right here. Right where this chalk is. Managed it decently, though. And this is by far my least favorite corner on the entire track. I hate this corner so much. I've never been able to perfect it. I don't think I ever will. As you can tell, terrible. I need to do like the circuit experience in GT7 for that sector and just do it over and over and over and over and over again until I perfect it. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's going on with my wheel? What's going on with my wheel? I kid you not, somebody said my force feedback cuts out randomly, and now my force feedback is just locked to the left right now. What in tarnation? Did you just curse me? Yeah. I think you just cursed me. That's not supposed to happen. I can still steer in the game. It's just... What on earth? I hope turning it off isn't going to screw it up because... Oh, no. It might. Okay, I'm going to reboot it. But sometimes, like, PCSX2 and GT4 hate it whenever you do that, so... I hope that doesn't screw up my steering in the game now. Let's find out. I have no force feedback. I have no force feedback. I have no force feedback. And that's my attempt ruined. Oh my god. This was supposed to be first attempt for all the missions. No, I'm not doing any save stating for any reason whatsoever. I'm a real man. I have no force feedback right now because my wheel decided to pull a goof. I've literally had 0 issues with my wheel until it just decided to lock the force feedback to one direction. But you know what? We're going to continue without it. Even though I definitely should have passed the one of these AI like long before, or like right around the carousel. I'm not gonna give up though. Okay, there's the first victim. I wonder how many seconds we actually lost from that. Ooh, that's bad bounce. I also kind of screwed up by pausing the game like in the middle of a corner, so I kind of didn't know where my wheel was turned whenever I unpaused, and it kind of screwed me up for the whole thing. Are you serious? Whatever, dude. Oh, I better not do that. I better not do that. I almost screwed up big time. I almost restarted the game before saving it, and I would have lost all that progress for all those missions. But now we're safe. Let's reboot this. And quickly go back into it. Alright, my force feedback should be fine now. I hope. That was so dumb how it... Like, I was doing so good to make it 10 for 10, and then it cuts out in the middle of the lap. That's not even fair. So now we gotta sit here again. Now, can we disregard that attempt due to equipment failure and still have, like, this count as, like, first try? You be the judge. But yeah, now we gotta sit here again. I really should stop jinxing myself with certain things. Saying, oh, it's fine, it works fine. I haven't had any issues. Or so you'd think. Ugh. I also forgot to do the HUD again. Oops. I mean, y'all literally saw my steering wheel turning on its own. I did kind of prove it. Speed up emulation for the weight. That's cheating. I am not a cheater. I am a real man. I am a real gamer. You must endure the suffering with me. All right. Actual first try. Legit. For sure. I hope my force feedback actually does work. It'd be awkward if it didn't. It's not working. My force feedback is not working. I need to restart the emulator all the way and not just the game. We're going with it. Don't care. I'm not waiting again. Unless, one second. Where's my thing? Where's my thing? Oh, I felt a little movement. I think it's back. No, it's not. Figures. You will not RNG bounce me off the track. I know all your dirty little secrets, game. I probably could have downshifted there, but whatever. So after we, after this attempt at least, I'm gonna restart PCSX2 all the way so I can actually get my force feedback working again. We're still at the same time split for that sector as last time. It was also 131. Okay, that was a little sketch. Here's that bad spot where you always understeer into this corner. Way better this time, though. Here's a shitty corner that nobody I know likes at all. Actually did it somewhat okay-ish for once. Now, without that screw-up, we might actually get around the SL in the carousel like you're normally supposed to. On a successful run, that is. Okay, that was awful. I did not slow down enough. This is awful too. What am I doing? Get back on the road. Alright, we are just a hair behind, because right now I should be overtaking the SL through here, but I'm not quite there. I think it also has like an automatic transmission now too, so if it does, then it should be faster around here as well. But that just means it's going to be surprisingly not a penalty. I probably would have lost my shit if it was. Oop, get on the track, get on the track. This is gonna be tight. Oh, what are you doing? I hate the AI so much in this game. It's unreal. Okay. Time for a full reboot. That was so stupid. It literally, like, I was trying to pass on the inside, but it was like, nope, you can't go through. Well, there's our actual first attempt gone. RIP. Ugh. It's not that they're on rails, they're just blind and deaf. They literally don't know you exist. And they'll just do whatever it feels like. No force feedback, not an attempt. I mean, if y'all wanna go that route, then I'm down. Okay, is it actually going to work this time? It feels like it might. But we got to find out in 2 more minutes. It's supposed to be a nice first attempt. Maybe if we can take that high-speed corner, I forgot the name of it, but if we can nail that one and not lose so much speed, then we could probably get around the SL before the carousel. Because we were, like, a little awkwardly positioned for those 2 overtakes. Where's my phone at? Oh, it's over there. Third time's a charm, hopefully. The agony. Oh, hey, there's over 100 people in here watching my pain and suffering. You suffer with me. Who am I, Raul Menendez? Honestly, I don't think force feedback will make too much of a difference. As long as you already know, like, the physics of the game, then... If anything, I would probably, like, drive the 24-hour races without force feedback. Especially, for Le Mans, so, like, your wheel isn't shaking like this the entire time. But maybe I should just, like, perfect my Fanatec settings before we tackle that. The worst part about it is that if I have force feedback issues in the middle of a 24-hour race, then I am screwed for the rest of the run. Because once your wheel screws up, you can't fix it until you reboot the emulator all the way, and save states will just give you the problem again. I almost screwed up. Like, actually. But yeah, my force feedback is back now. Hopefully it stays that way. Should we also do the chase battle missions after this? Mission 40 is definitely going to take me a while because I really don't like the CLK around here, but that's probably a skill issue. But we can also tackle those two if y'all want. Or we can just get back to doing the relevant races. Like, we could try City Slickers again. Well, GT4 has always had, like, the wheel oscillating issues. That's just, like, a problem with the game itself. And I don't think, like, mods are gonna be capable of fixing that. It's probably, like, way too complex. Alright, we're in the lower 131s for that time, so we are doing a little bit better than the first two. Oh yeah, I don't know why I keep forgetting about this, but these missions are 250 points each, so we are getting closer to our 20,000 A-Spec point prize car, which will be a neat little bonus. It'll be random, of course, but a car is a car in this challenge. We will take as many of them as it will hand out. Alright, let's take this corner right for once. Okay, not the fastest, but we survived. That's all that matters, really. And yeah, we're still too far behind the SL for this. Just slightly closer, though. Hopefully we can get around it before this section of corners comes up. Alright. Not in our way this time. Got to be pretty careful through here. Bouncy, bouncy. This might be an awkward overtake. I hope not. Alright, good. Nope, excuse me. Don't bonk into me. Who do you think you are? Very dangerous jump. Another dangerous jump. Just easy. It's getting real floaty. Another corner I suck at for no reason. Always going wide here. Don't you fucking dare. Alright, go, go, go. I have no idea if this is good positioning, but only 8 seconds behind at the straight. It seems ideal. This is a very bad overtaking spot. Oh, I don't like this at all. I don't like this at all. That's why I didn't like it at all. That's why I didn't like it at all. Ooh. Okay, well, I knew I had plenty of time, so I just decided to slow down and not attempt that overtake at that time. But yeah, we survived. Whew. And surprisingly, the SLK 230 definitely has an automatic transmission because it's not supposed to overtake the SL 300. Maybe Admeister might adjust the timing for that. But GG, easy, first try with the working dangle dinghy. So I guess that counts as first try. Let's save that real quick. Nice and quick. Also 50,000 credits, which we kind of needed, so W. Prize car time for the One Lap Magics, which included Mission 34. Is it going to be a nice one? Not really, no. I mean, it's a cool car, but... Actually, hold up. That's technically a supercar, isn't it? I mean, we could use any car for the supercar race, but... Oh no, it's only 165 horsepower. No. Okay, my game is slow for whatever reason, but... Oh, wrong thing. Open up. Oh yeah, it is a German car, isn't it? No, it's French. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's French. And, yeah. We can't really do any one makes with this, but we can do a couple of European events with it. Unless it's too fast. Like, these cars are slow, I'm pretty sure. Oh, navigation, please. Yeah, everything in here is pretty slow. Why is my game running slow? I don't know. My game's doing weird things right now. But I don't really have any plans for this car. We only have 2 more beginner events to go. Unfortunately, my Legacy wagon is too OP for that event. And the midget is not really capable of that event. So we're kind of locked on beginner events for now. We could do Boxer Spirit with that Legacy. We could do the Turbo Race. We could do City Slickers. We got a... How many classic cars do we have? Nothing that I could actually use for that one. The Chevelle is going to be too OP. Can I use... Do I have a tuner car yet? I don't think I do. That one might actually be a little tough to get. This one doesn't count as a tuner car, I don't think. So we still gotta wait for that. Oh, what am I doing? Then we have Supercar Festival, Clubman League, which we can't do yet either, and this. We could probably do this one, actually. This is also like supercars and high-end luxury cars, so... What do we have that is over 100,000 credits base? Okay, the NSX, surprisingly. Let's go ahead and try that. I was not expecting the NSX Type S to be over 100,000 credits. But I will gladly drive this car again. So, I don't know what it's tuned to right now, so let's just get our points figured out. 307 horsepower. Yeah, I don't have any like major power mods to this thing yet. Do I have ballast on it? Yeah, I do. Let's get rid of that. Do I have... I don't have sport tires, but I do have roads, which are good enough. I don't know if they're good enough for this event, but it'll work. Alright, let's just try it. Oh. Alright, well, we were right on the A-Spec points to begin with. So let's just put that ballast back, I guess. And we'll just do it the way we had it. I was not expecting that. I was expecting I would have to bump this up to like 350 horsepower or something like that, but I don't really know how good this grid actually is or what's OP in it. But we have 4 laps here, so hopefully that's enough time to make our way up. If I can keep the thing straight. Also, if we finish all the races for this event, then we will be at our 20,000 A-Spec points. So we'll get the prize car for it. Is this a championship? No. No, it's not. Pretty sure it's not. I'm thinking of the that European event we wanted to get a peek of. These are just single races. Oh, Zonda's pushing me. Okay, thanks. Get back there. I might even use this in Supercar Festival too. It will definitely need a power boost for that though. I have 19,100 points currently. And it's a little skewed like that because of the driving missions, because those are 250 each. So that's how it landed on a 100 like that, but it's very likely, though, that this run will be soft-locked because of not getting the right price cars before we run out of events. Oh. I'm doing quite well. Thanks for asking. A little exhausted from work and stuff, but this is a very much needed day off, so I figured I should just chill, play a little bit of GT4, and probably record a video after I'm done or something like that before I go back to work for, I think, 3 days in a row. Maybe 4. Also, I'm absolutely smoking everybody here. Hopefully this trend continues for the next few races. Woo! Bring it around town. This race is way, way easier than I was expecting. Oh, okay, well, this car still wants to... It's a little more snappy than I remember it from the last few times I used it. Let's just get this race over with. I'll use my nitrous. Mega understeer. I know for a fact in the Let's Play series, when we get to the Formula GT Championship, this race is going to be hell on a wheel. Having to turn the steering wheel so much for that hairpin. 78 times. Not looking forward to it. Also, I'm pretty sure there's a Nürburgring race in the Formula GT Championship. And a race at Lasareth. Not gonna be fun. Oh, steer. Yeah, I can change the input range, but going in a straight line, the steering is just way too sensitive for that. So if it's only for one track, then I'll just deal with it. But if I'm doing an endurance race there, then yeah, I'll probably change it. Alright. Decently easy first event. Let's just speed through all this. Ooh, this one. This race. This track. Oh, well, it's going to be easy, actually. The AI have a bug here, so free win, pretty much. Everybody's just in a cluster because of the awkward rolling start here. Whoa, okay. I just lost the rear entirely there. And the Zonda's just gone. That figures. We just squeeze around you two. Also, there's a speed 12 in here. Yikes. Good thing this isn't like high speed ring or something. Excuse me. And just like this, we're going to be right up on this Zonda's ass. Because of AI come almost to a complete stop. Because of a bug. Oh. Oh, I shouldn't have got on the throttle there. Sorry, these next few races just aren't really going to be that entertaining. It's just me running laps. Because, for whatever reason, I guess the NSX is just really good for points. Even with a grid like this. Only one car that's actually decent and the rest of them not so great. And the gap grows bigger. That was a beautiful final corner, if I do say so myself. Yeah, I'm on 1.6 now. This is almost a perfect lap. Well, I wouldn't say perfect, but just like solid lap. Woohoo! Almost clipped that. Almost lost it there, not gonna lie. And just like that. No, it wasn't a new sound, it was just improved because it had a... You can hear the looping in it pretty bad beforehand, but I guess Nicer fixed that. How am I beating a Zonda? Mad skills. Also, the AI on this track have a bug where they come to almost a complete stop on the left-hander on the straight. Which is a GT4 Online bug. It wasn't the mod doing that. I mean, I beat the Zonda in the last race too at Monaco, so... As long as it doesn't start in first place, if it wasn't a bug, then I probably would have been able to beat it fair and square here anyways. We still got 3 more races after this one anyways, for this series. Basically, any Opera Paris forward race is basically a free win. Same with El Capitan. The AI are always terrible there. You know what I kind of want to do after this? I kind of want to just do a couple special condition events. I don't know about rally events, but... or like dirt and snow. but like the tarmac ones. We could do Tsukuba Wet. We can do Amalfi and Cita Diaria and Opera, or not Opera, and George Paris. The problem is picking the right car before I spend a ton of money on it. I could probably use that RX-7 for the normal difficulty ones. We'll be on worse tires, but AI skill issue will make up the difference. So, there we go. That one was kind of a snooze, but we'll take it. Now we got Hong Kong, High Speed Ring, and New York. New York is definitely going to be a problem. I can feel it. Also, that Speed 12 is back. Not like it matters here. I mean, honestly, I beat all the driving missions fairly easily, but it just all comes down to skill level and getting around the AI at the right timing. I say that as I get pinched into the corner by that Speed 12.
OMG, high resolution, ultra high realistic graphics.
Oh, what am I doing? Get out of chase cam with the freaking GT3 loose camera. I can't drive with that thing. It would be really nice if I had the RAM, not only to do the truck race, but also just cheese 200 A-Spec points and everything. Everything that I can use it in. Understeer for days. At least the Zonda hasn't made its way to first yet. Once it does, then I might actually be in trouble. Get out of my way, Vanquish. Out of my way. Yes, I do have the speed wobbles, and I have not found a way to fix it. I doubt there is a way to fix it, really. Just mitigating it with your specific wheel software settings. Oh, hello. Zonda got pinched off. Yay me. And now it almost happened to me too. Bye-bye. No idea where my actual breakpoint is just yet. Better than last lap, at least. Oh, Zonda's in front now. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be much of a challenge. It's just falling further behind. Maybe New York won't be as bad as I think. We have nitrous and slipstream to work with there, so... Oh, I finally clipped that corner. It was bound to happen. I think I do have suspension on this, but I'm not certain. I am not worried about the Zonda at all. It's not coming for me. OBS being dumb, like always. Okay, that nitrous shot just made me understeer like crazy. You thought you had me.
You never had me. You never had your car. Granny shifting and not double clutching like you should. Blew the welds on the intake.
Alright, that snooze fest is over, thankfully. Let's just get on with it. Give me the money. High speed ring. Hopefully some action for this one. The Zonda is faster on the straight. And it's a 7.3 one this time. Ooh, even bigger challenge. I just have to stick with it. Excuse me. Zonda has the speed, but I have the handling. Man, that is crazy. Oh, I need to tune my transmission. I'm gonna top out already. Okay, can you stop steering, please? My car doesn't like that banking. Alright, well, I don't have top speed, but I'm gonna see if I can do this anyways. No clue where my brake zone is. Alright, I think we'll be pretty safe. For whatever reason, the Zonda brakes right here in this corner. And my car just likes to keep steering right there for some reason, so I gotta be careful with that. Let's just hold our speed here so we don't lose our throttle all the way. Let's try here. Okay, still a hair early, so we'll do a little bit more next time. And I still have most of my nitrous, so we're good. As long as I don't screw up. As always. Okay, that's just a hair late. The Zonda is zero threat. I'm not worried about it whatsoever. It's been right there for the past 2 laps. And that's where I will keep it. If not that, then even further back. Not gonna lie, I was a little nervous for that wall tap. Oh, I could top this thing out way higher than 148. But there you go. One race to go. Oh, now it finally caught up. Oh, what am I doing? Wrong button. Let's just save this one. Because why not? Now, the last one was at New York. This is the one I'm actually a little worried about. But the Zonda is starting further back. We'll see how the Speed 12 does here, but I still think it's going to run like straight into the wall. Oh, it's reverse. Okay. This one might... Okay, it probably won't be interesting, let's be real. It's probably going to be just as easy as the last races. But let's just not let them get too far away. Also, how's a Speed 12 like trailing so far behind already? That's supposed to be the fastest car here. In terms of speed. Oh, okay. There he goes. Oh. Maniac. Oh man, wasn't expecting it to hit me right there. Okay, now it's just bullying me. What is that? Come on. You literally saw him like steering towards the wall with me there. Oh, I forgot. I don't have brakes. My tires are bad. Was just a kiss. This NSX is like 307, I believe. I don't remember if it has power upgrades or not, but also I forgot to do the top speed again. Sorry. Let's just reel him back in real quick. Forgot to brake again. I was using a brake point from a different race. I'm having some major skill issues for this one. It's definitely slow enough in the corners to make my way back up. As long as I don't screw up. Well, no, I'm like right on the 200 A-Spec point limit, so I can't really add any power. Still don't know where my brake zone is. No, I fixed my force feedback. I just had to reboot the emulator all the way. I'm going for it right here. I can block it in the straights, but I just need to get in front of it. Preferably before the corners. But like always with nitrous, it throws your braking points off, and then you have no idea where you need to brake. This corner is like my only shot. But I think it's too far. Yep. Oof. Alright, first time I actually had to restart. But let's fix my transmission real quick. Hopefully that's good. And yeah, that's all I need to do. Oh yeah, I only have the chip as far as power goes, so that's it.
No! No, 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 no.
No B-Spec. Bad. B-Spec bad. Evil. I hope that didn't give me a skill point. I would be devastated. Hopefully I actually have some third gear traction now with my longer gears. I could do the gear trick, but I don't think it's beneficial enough in this case. Bad spec. I'm just gonna squeeze my way through everybody, get to the lead, and focus on clean laps. However clean I could possibly drive without knowing my brake points. No, I'm not touching B-Spec at all. Unless it's an accident like that. If there's anything that I don't really give any shit about in this entire game, it's B-Spec. I will probably never ever use it on stream or in a video. Finally a good break point. And Zonda's in front already. I'm just gonna save my nitrous. I've already done a few endurances on stream for my Let's Play series, but I'm gonna try to avoid those for this series. Okay, I just got rammed by the Zonda. I was not expecting that. Nah, I don't think so.
Get away from me.
Alright, let's just not allow it to get around me. Uh-oh, it's gonna do a switcheroo. You thought. Oh no. I don't like using the mirror. The FOV is too wide. It's really hard to position yourself. This is payback for that last lap. Take that. It was fair because Zonda did it to me. It just had a worse recovery. GT4 Online has been a thing for like the past 3 years. Like online, like actual online races. But you just can't do it in Spec 2. You have to use it in like the vanilla-ish GT4 Online with the DNAS bypass patch on it. But Spec 2 removed the online functionality because of compatibility reasons. Maybe it'll come back if we can have some open source servers later on, but not right now. Alright, well, if we didn't ram that Zonda, then we probably would have just been blocking it the whole time, but yeah. It rammed me, so I rammed it back. It was fair. And Premium Sports Car Cup Lounge Championship, not championship, but club thing, done. And we'll go ahead and get our shit and get our car. What's it gonna be this time? We already have one of these. Oh! I forgot the points. Do y'all see what I mean here? Do you understand the immeasurable amount of disappointment that is flowing through my veins at this very moment? It's a dupe. But wait, there's more. I went past it. Back-to-back dupes. I mean, this isn't like a direct dupe. This one's slower, but it's the same chassis. Why is this run cursed? Why? What did I do to deserve this? Okay. Here's the first dupe that we had, which was Neat. And then the Astra and the whatever the Vauxhall version is called, that's the second dupe. Here's the third dupe-ish. Wasn't there one more? Or am I just thinking random shit? Okay, well, yeah, those 3 sets of dupes. Great RNG. Lovely. But yeah. I mean, we got an extra event done, so it's whatever. I might do the Supercar Festival next. We're actually getting really close. We still need to get the right cars for these events, but we can do Boxer Spirit, we can do Turbo Race. Boxer Spirit's going to be very hard, though, in our specific car. I can tell you that right now. City Slickers is hard. This is going to be hard. This is going to be hard to get the right car. Same with this one. But, yeah. And also the 2 beginner events. Now, I think what I'm going to do is just try to get a ton of prize cars. So I think I'm going to try to get a 200 A-Spec points rally car made. We have a decent amount of credits now. We can afford to spend some on some random cars and trying to get the right thing for what we need it for. But first, bathroom break. I will be back in a couple minutes. Alright. Now, for special condition easy events, what should we go with? Something that I preferably already have parts for. VX220 is going to be too fast. I already have some stuff for the March, but we already tried to do that before, and I don't think it was possible. We need all-wheel... We don't need all-wheel drive, actually. If we do rear-wheel drive, we'll get more points out of it. So, I'm going to try this. Actually, first, good thing there is an entire game mode that we can utilize to pick the right car. Arcade mode. Now let's go to Mazderp and find, we don't need the exact one, but we'll find something that's similar. I think it's this one, I don't know though. Doesn't matter. Let's just get in one. Let's see how they drive on the dirt before we start dumping money into them. And the reason why I want to use rear-wheel drive is you'll get way more A-Spec points for something that isn't all-wheel drive around here, so as long as you can drive them good, then they should be solid choices. I only have the chase battle driving missions to do now, but those take a little longer, so I'm not too worried about doing them right now. And honestly, I think I could get used to this thing. It already feels pretty decent. Suspension and drivetrain stuff if I need it. Oh, okay, well, except for that, but... Also, let's fix my freaking chase cam already. I want to drive in it, but I keep forgetting. Loose chase camera, off. Sorry, but stiff is better in this game. I hate to spit facts on y'all like that, but it's true. Much better. Okay, well, it's still hard to drive than hood cam, but I do want to use, like, chase cam every now and then. Now, this still might be too OP for the easy events, so I might use them in the normal ones. But let's just throw dirt tires on ours, and we'll go from there. Oh my, too fast. Still too fast. Stop doing that, me. The song sounds so goofy sped up. Alright, let's check our points. Probably too many. Or not enough, rather. Do I already have nitros on this thing? I forgot. Oh yeah, we can't even do the hard events yet because we don't have the super license. Do we have nitrous? Yes, we do. I mean, it's probably not that useful here anyways, but it's whatever. 200 points. I don't think this is gonna go really good, but we'll try it anyways. Oh, okay, shifting. Yeah, we're always gonna have a worse launch. I don't know why I thought Grand Canyon would be the first, or a good one to do this right off the bat. Yeah, I don't think this was a great idea. Yeah, this is 1.6. And unfortunately, I don't have any of the cars that had the VCD upgrade added. Because if I did, then I would totally do that, and I doubt it would lower the A-Spec points for it. So that would be like a good way to cheat it. You know why I'm still here. Why are we still here? Yeah, that... I don't know what I was thinking with this. But I could still use it for the tarmac races, so we'll try that at least. Okay, what the? How? Okay, I guess Admeister changed the opponent pools for these. That Stereon was not supposed to be here. That is a... I think that's a... might be a bug. But we gotta nerf this a little bit. Not too much, though. I don't think this is gonna be 200 still, but we'll see. Yeah. Don't tell me you have to run ecos. 190. It might just be a matter of getting the right opponent. And the Stereon's back for whatever reason. But let's actually put our good stuff back on. Maybe we can actually race against it. Doubt it, though. If it's any track that I have a chance of winning at, it's this one. Because I know it pretty well. I don't even have any other upgrades to this thing either, so it has room for improvement. Unless I just want to get in a better car. Yeah, that Stereon should be in the hard events, but for some reason it's here in the normal. $200 points for these races are going to be insanely hard. I think everybody that's done a 200 point 100% run has used like a fucked setup for those races. So I don't know. Gotta try something different. We could try this thing again. Fuck it. We'll just put our free economy tires on it. Navigation, please. Jeez. Alright. This is going to be interesting. If it has the points. 200. Alright, let's try it. I don't have nitrous, though, so... we'll just get a feel for, like, the raw power. I don't think this thing is supposed to have a manual. Trust the process. This car could potentially work. Still 200? Alright, don't trust the process. I lied. Oh, we can try this thing. This might be a solid contender. We'll keep those tires on. I'm just gonna go ahead and buy the nitrous. For power, I'll just buy the parts that I can take off, because I don't think we'll be able to push the power that much for its weight. Buy the right shit. Okay, I can't do that. But I can do this, just in case. Oh, I didn't even install that. Alright, before we dump even more into it, let's just see where it lies. Do 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 do. Anything? Not that I know of. Points, we are at 120. Alright, take the turbo off. Also, why does this have... Was that TCS I saw? Okay, I guess my Spec 2 settings are off. We're not going to need that much speed. Turbo, we can take that off. Let's check again. 177, we could probably just finish it with ballast. But instead, I'm going to take the rest of these parts off. Alright, 200, let's go with it. What if this is actually the car that allows us to do these? If so, then there will be 3 events that we can win with it. Here, Amalfi, and Paris. I don't think I've ever driven it in this game before, though, so no idea how it behaves. That was just a skill issue on my part. Oh, skill issue on the Lancer's part. I could probably get around it before this hairpin. And I haven't made any drivetrain upgrades to it yet, so that's another little boost I can get out of it. Bye. It's definitely going to take some getting used to. Definitely going to need bumper cam for this one. If it taps me even a hair, then I'm going into, like, a sharp edge on the wall. Oh, okay, well, I just did that all on my own anyways. Let me get away from this. And the best part is that these races are all, like, single races now. So, that makes it even easier. I think next time I stream, I'm probably going to try to get the super license right off rip. And not only will we get 3 prize cars out of that, but we will also unlock the special condition hard events. And since those are rally cars with slick tires, we can easily get into a car that has more power with sport tires on and do just as well in the tarmac races. Definitely struggles to get uphill, though. If only I could do that on my first lap. Beautiful. Oh, I almost clipped that wall. Let's just build some distance so I don't have to worry about it bonking me. Okay, well, I'll just throw it away at the end anyways. But whatever. Easy peasy. Too bad there's no more A-Spec point rewards after 20k, but these special condition races, just one single race and we get a prize car and a solid amount of credits too, so it's a good way to farm in this challenge. And I guess in regular GT4 as well, but what's it gonna be now? Dude. 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 Dude, 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 dude. It's the same car again! Same color, too, to add insult to injury. Why does this happen to me? I need somebody to run a calculation. The amount of cars in Gran Turismo 7, the amount of events in Gran Turismo 7, what are the odds that I get the exact same car, not once, not twice, but where is it? I feel dumb right now, but 3 times. What are the odds that I get 3 sets of dupes in a game that has like 730 cars? This is gonna be the... I'm gonna break. I'm gonna break mentally because of this. This is literally the biggest L seed run ever. Also, Impreza Spec C, this might be a problem. Is this a new opponent? I don't think I've run into the Spec C Impreza in these special condition races before. Pretty sure it was the 03 SCI with Big Wang. I already tried to do a rear-wheel drive rally car type thing, and yeah, it's just not worth. So we're just gonna cheese it with these special condition events. This challenge, I'm gonna be in mega poverty for most of the runs, so I kind of don't want to waste credits on it. I've already wasted enough on other stupid shit that didn't work. Ooh. I mean, I have had to do that like a couple times in this run because of the whole randomizer aspect and having to get 200 points, being limited to certain things. Luck of the draw. I think after this race, I'm going to do George Paris, and I'm probably going to call it after that. Because not only am I hungry, I also want to spend the rest of my day chilling. I might record a video, might not, but after today, I go back to work for 3 days in a row, and I'm going to need all the energy I can get. And Saturday, I likely won't be able to stream, if I even have that day off in the first place, so we will see. Okay, that Subaru's back. Nope, no sponsors. I would have if the first deal that I ever signed actually fucking did anything with it. Which they didn't, after 11 months of very patiently waiting on them to do something. But nope. Just 11 months of my time wasted. 11 months of pissing me off by doing absolutely nothing. So yeah, that's how that went. Yeah, sorry this race is a snooze fest. I know, I'm just as bored as you probably are watching this. But that's all part of the challenge sometimes. It really do be like that. Just for fun skis, let's nitrous all the way down this hill, even though we definitely don't need to. And it could potentially ruin our run just like that. Downshift. Paris might actually be a little difficult because there's only one good overtake spot at the very beginning, which we're probably going to be a little too far behind given our setup. So easy win, easy prize card. Let's just move through it. Oh, come on, speed up. What's it gonna be now? MR2, I don't need it. I kind of didn't want to speed through that first part of the prize car win, but whatever. Don't really care for the MR2. Not useful. Move on to the next one. Another Spec C, whatever. And this will... Actually, wait. We can do Tsukuba Wet. I don't remember if we did beginner or normal, but we can easily do that before we go. Now, hopefully, we can stay with the Poobaroo for this overtaking opportunity at the end of this roundabout. Which it looks like we will be able to do. We are definitely close enough. We'll take it. Please English only in my chat, because obviously I only speak English. This is an English stream, and I can't have people saying stuff that I don't understand, because then they could get away with it, and I don't like that. Okay, I think OBS is actually slowing down my game, because I have been getting like random slowdowns here and there, even though I haven't changed any settings. Look at that. Beautiful slide all the way through. Delicious. Yeah, I've found the actual route of this track on Google Maps before. Same with Opera Paris. And I actually have been here in real life. Without all these barriers around, the roads are so much wider than they look. And a shit ton of cars and a shit ton of people. Which is are two things I really don't like. Not a fan of crowded places whatsoever. Yeah, I was here in 2017 on a big European tour that I took. Paris. All right. Another easy prize car that I will gladly take. Unless it's a dupe, then it was just a waste of time. Also the easy credits. And I'll just save this one because why not? Are we actually going to get something useful now, or is it going to be useless or another dupe? I'm ending the stream. Deadass. I can't handle another. I can't do this anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching today's stream. I'm gonna go cry myself to sleep now. Probably punch my pillow very hard and very aggressively, contemplating my entire life and all my life choices leading up to this very day, where I now have 3 Miatas, 2 of them exact copies, in my garage for a game that has over 100 events, over 700 cars with a randomizer. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching today's stream. I will keep you guys updated for the next time I stream, but until then, pray for me.